Good morning. Welcome to Family Storytime. My name is Miss Margie from the Algonquin Area Public Library. Have you ever seen a dog or a cat start scratching themselves and they just can't seem to stop? Maybe they have a little bug on them called a flea that'll just make them keep scratching and scratching until they're given medicine to get rid of it. Today we're going to read a few books about fleas. But before we start, we need to do our opening chant. So show me your hands. Put your hands on your shoulders. Put your hands on your knees. Now put your hands behind you if you please. Now clap those hands. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to put them in our lap quietly. Our first story today is Scritch, Scratch, a Perfect Match by Kimberly Marcus. Uh-oh, what's that? Flip, flip, flapped the flea in the scruffy dog's hair. A roof, howled the stray as he jumped in the air. A woomph was the sound as he dropped like a sack, landing thud, oh crud, on an old man's back. Gadzooks, cried the man as he rolled with the dog, till they both landed splat in a mucky green bog. Oh, they're quite dirty, aren't they? Squish, squash, went the man and the dog with the flea as they trucked through the muck till their feet got free. Egads, I'm a mess, said the muckied up man. I was out for a walk, but you've ruined that plan. Clap boom, crashed the sky as it started to pour, so the two made a dash for the general store. Oh no, cried the clerk to the dog with the flea. Get out, go away, leave immediately. Do you think he knows he has fleas? Scritch, scritch, itch the itch. So the dog ran fast up and down every aisle till he found it at last. What do you think he found? Sky high on a shelf sat the flea powder jar. Jump thump, but the dog couldn't leap that far. What do you think's going to happen? Pat, pat, went the man saying, now I see. A bite from a flea made you land on me. Wump, wump, wagged the tail when the man reached up and pulled down the jar for the twitchity pop. A whoosh through the door, and the clerk shouted, shoo! So they both skittered out as the sky turned blue. Oh, sighed the dog when the flea powder fell. Ka-choo! Sneezed a flea. That's a job done well. Where's the flea going to go now? So he hopped on a tail of a cat. As a cat pranced by, Meow! Off she shot, soaring high through the sky. Kerplunk, dear is me! With a clack, clinging tight, a lady in a flippity flopped out of sight. Hey, Woa, where'd she go? They could hear people shout, but the dog and the man didn't care to find out. Slurp, slurp, I don't mind being this kind of wet. Got a home? Asked the man. always hope for a pet. Whoomp slurp went the dog. No more days all alone. He had now found a friend he could call his own. Zip zoom, off they ran, with a woof and a wee, for they now had each other. And the cat had a flea. What do you think the cat's gonna do? All the flea powder's gone. How is he gonna get rid of that flea? I don't know. Now let's do a rhyme. Put your hand like this and make a fist. This is your turtle. Say, there was a little turtle. Go like this. He lived in a box. Go like this and swim. He swam in a puddle. Now put your hand. And he climbed down the rocks. Now you're going to go like this when you snap. Say, he snapped at a mosquito. He snapped at a flea. He snapped at a minnow. And he snapped at me. Now go like this and you're going to clap. Say, he caught that mosquito. He caught that flea. He caught that minnow. Put your finger up. But he didn't catch me. No, you're too quick, aren't you? Alright. Let's do our next story. The Napping House by Audrey Wood. Do you like taking naps? Or are you too old for naps? Do you see that house? This is a house, a napping house, where everyone is sleeping. And in that house, there is a bed, a cozy bed, and a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that bed, there is a granny, a snoring granny, on a cozy bed and a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that granny, there is a child, a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed and a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that child, there is a dog, a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, and a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that dog, there is a cat, a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that cat, there is a mouse. See the little mouse? A slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. That's a lot on that bed. And on that mouse, there is a flea. You see it? So teeny tiny, teeny tiny, teeny tiny. Can it be a wakeful flea on a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, and a napping house where everyone is sleeping? A wakeful flea who bites the mouse. Look at that. Who scares the cat? Who claws the dog? Who thumps the child? Who bumps the granny? Who breaks the bed? In the napping house where no one is sleeping. Oh, fleas do cause a lot of problems, don't they? Well, that is our last story, and I hope you have a good day. But first, let's say our goodbye chants. With your hands. Say, our hands say goodbye with a clap, 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 and our feet say goodbye with a tap, tap, tap. Clap, 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 tap, tap, tap. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, wave goodbye, and enjoy the rest of your day.